to your point, the fallacy of a narrative, and yet what undermines this idea that you buy the behemoths, you buy these cash fortresses that will continue to do well in a tech-driven economy? Why not just buy now, given the fact that they've come off? I mean, have we really upended our questions about how to fundamentally value these companies?
You know, that's really a challenging question about valuation for a couple of reasons. Clearly, valuations have gotten extended, and the prior narrative,
Morning, everyone.
before the
Hoping the audio is good. It's been a while since the last time we've done this.
the over the valley of
Bear with me for a second here.
2023 and 2021, or perhaps 2022. One of the narratives, one of the few narratives that makes sense is Tesla was running up in anticipation of being added to the S&P 500, and when that didn't happen because of supposed profit and revenue reasons, that sell-off, okay, I can accept that. I could buy into that argument because there was no indexing coming in to make up for the lack of purchases. But the problem with narratives, especially after the fact, hindsight bias driven narratives, is they ignore how random so much of the market action is. And if it was easy and predictable and foreseeable, well, hey, we'd all be wealthy. But the randomness is what makes it so challenging. And people who are uncomfortable with randomness spend a lot of mental and emotional energy looking for a description and a storyline that makes them comfortable. Humans are terribly uncomfortable with random outcomes.
So, Barry, one of the great things here in the derivative markets, and again with SoftBank, is if you issue the call, there's the put, et cetera, and the right against the call. Fine. Do you just assume there will be losses if SoftBank takes a gain of X billion dollars? Do you just assume there's a prescribed sum loss against it by global Wall Street?
Trading is essentially a zero-sum game. So for every winner in a trade, there's a loser. The exception being not the traders, but the investors who are allowing compounding and the passage of time
All right.
to work in their favor.
Okay, so let's pull the pre-market movers here. We can start looking at what's moving in the pre-market hours. All right, so we got ALBO. To start the day here. Just gonna take a picture of this and share with everybody there on pre-market movers and the score. After looking at the things that are actually moving, I'm trying to check out the news and if there's anything relevant to them moving. So listening to Bloomberg News here. Okay, Nasdaq futures are up 3%. Tech also off continues. Dow futures fall 250 points. Yeah, already knew that. All right, so pre-market movers. Share this picture here. How's everybody? How's you guys been? Hoping you guys are doing okay. LUB restaurants, we got volume coming in on the pre-market hours here. We're gonna take Nikola. Yeah, Nikola is always popping up and stuff. This company makes no money, but this is something that it's not new. Now there's a bunch of companies in the market that are not really making any money. They just burn cash. They steal public companies. Nikola, this is an auto manufacturer, competitor to Tesla. VXRT, this one is interesting. We're gonna uplist this one here. Which one I'm gonna take out? DPW getting out. VXRT. Yeah, we got news over the weekend in regards to biotechs now trying to prop up their prices in regards to the vaccine and all that, those things. So the VXRT gotta check out a little deeply here, more deep stuff, and why the reason is that it's moving. I just changed it up. Gotta go back here. There could be any kind of vaccine news or something like that in regards to coronavirus or whatever. And this one's going higher. We got 16% up right now in the pre-market hours. This could be something interesting that's actually happening with that one. KMDA, healthcare sector. Getting a little bit of support on the 100 simple moving average on the daily. Holding the 959 trend line that I had there prior to today. Can't remember when I actually had this trend line set right there. You know what? I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna take out the workhorse. WKHS. Somebody wrote something. Let me see. Been great. Recovered normally from last week's. It's actually great, man. It's actually a good thing. I'm glad to hear that it's recovering. The market, it's been selling off for the last couple of days, but this is sometimes it's better opportunities, better price points for entries and stocks that companies that actually are good companies. It's kind of like going to the supermarket buying stuff on discount. A little bit too choppy here on the daily on this one. I don't like it much. This one's gapping up. It doesn't look too interesting. NIO again. This one I'm adding up. NIO, it's one of the ones that we see that usually moves a lot. Again, probably news on that one. It's 9:02, so I'm going to add it. We got NEO here. It's INO. NEO and IO pulling back in the pre-market hours, but we have INO pushing higher on the pre-market hours here. So took out NEO and popped in INO. And I'm gonna take a look at the news, but I'm adding things that look okay. CODX is interesting. Here's the reason why I like CODX here a little bit. It has pull off a lot, and we can see here this trend line. I'll put a trend line here low 855. Okay, so we can put a trend line here at the low 853. Put a 860. Actually, 853 here. 853. You can see it getting on top of the trend line for that support on prior levels on the daily when he actually pulled back a lot right here in this area. So pretty close to this area. Top of the BO app and the pre-market hours. Adding it. RKT getting out. CODX coming in. And I will be checking out the news on that name over a minute and in about couple of minutes here. Just trying to see what's moving, what looks better, build up something in the pre-market hours, and then check out what news we got. GM, so GM popped up on Thinkorswim also a couple of minutes ago. GM here. Then after I get those things, I'm going to see Works. All right, so I had Works, if I'm not mistaken. I added to my watch list WORX around 136, $1.36 on the daily. Let me see if I can change up the scene here so you can see it. I didn't post those things over the weekend. Let's see here. All right, so if you see it, it's right here at the bottom, right here in this window. Works support 136. Okay, and then I had rig, oil and gas, RIG right here. SONN, RIG, rig. We have a small pennant flag formation on the daily here. Over 130. Let me see what's the high of this thing here. 135. The highest point of this formation is 140, and we tested 137 last day or so. Let me see if I can pull it up right here in the pre-market hours on another window. Okay, so we got going down to 123. I'm gonna keep it on watch. The formation is still printing. Over the next couple of days, if we get a ramp up on the oil gas, we got RIG rig again, this window here, and this one might get a little bit of support and still going to start pushing up. We got Dropbox has actually dropped over the last couple of days by a lot, and if you notice right here in this window, it pulled back close to this area. We had a high of 22.20 when it pulled hard, and we got 21.78 on the daily. Pulled back, went right back down to 1931. DBX on this window. Right now, 1935 support. Testing that area. I'm expecting that it gets a little bit of support though, and then we could probably see it ramp up over the next couple of days. All right, so we got those there. What else? So SONN, again, this window here, cheap name though, long range. Again, just keeping an eye on it. WORX, RIG, SONN, and DBX. Those I added last Friday when I was trying to do some scanning over YouTube live, and I invited a couple of people. I ended up not doing the live anyway, but I did the scanning regardless. So anyway, that's the watch list that I have. Those 4 names that I'm gonna watch over the next couple of days. All right, let me just pop this thing up a little bit more. Okay, so and then what else we got today? Works. I'm gonna keep working on that. Let me change up. Yeah, already changed it up. Rick, see what else. When I say Rick, I didn't mention anybody by name really. I was just looking at a name that was on my window, just in case somebody thinks that I'm calling them by name. Solo, no. Just scanning here, looking at BBI. We see a big drop today on let me see, CRBP from the $10.75 to the low of $2.05 in the pre-market hours. So big drop right there. For those of you that are actually watching If you don't mind giving a like to the stream, I appreciate it. Again, that's if you like it. If you don't, I understand. Let's see here. CRBP. Let me add it. We got CCL going down. Means that the airlines are gonna still go down. I'm gonna keep an eye on VSLR. Probably still today has a short sale restriction that was placed last Friday. VSLR SPWR bringing down a range of $29.99 again to the next daily 22.61 on the VSLR. Again, probably short sale restriction placed from last week was actually hit, and it's probably still there today. Also, we got 1050 area. We got SPWR, still short sale restrictions from Friday. Support 1050. If we get onto that support 1050, I'm going to be probably trying to place an order there for a short. Also, VSLR and watch CCL going down. That means that the cruise ships are going down. And if the cruise ships are going down, it's probably the reason why you see a correlation there with the airlines. Airliners are probably going down as well. As I see now, JetBlue had a high at 12.51, and the pre-market is right now printing $11.98 with a 11.77 daily level. So going down. If you see airliners going down and cruise ships going down, you're probably gonna see oil and gas names also go down. Okay, so it's all of them are kind of correlated. This is the reason why RIG or WPX, TALO, APA, OXY, those names are going to probably go a little lower today. And let's see, check the CCO puts probably super high premium those. Yeah, most definitely we'll see. We'll see whether we like it. Yeah, no problem, man. Let's see what else. Let's continue. Again, keeping VSLR and SPWR still on my windows for today. Looking at the futures drop 5.57 points on the S&P 500 Spider ETF right now. Again, on the SPY. I'm not talking about the S&P 500. So right now, let's just take a look at the futures here. S&P 500 1.94% off, 67 points actually red. And we got the NASDAQ 323 points. This is crazy. The NASDAQ down 319 points in the pre-market hours. The tech companies are being really hammered. We got the Dow Jones down by 483 points as of right now. Right, so let's continue with the watch list here. I gotta check out the news prior to, we got 9:13. We got about another 17 minutes of the market open. Let's keep going. Lean back a little bit. Lean back. All right, so not looking at much here. Let me see if I can pop this other scanner here real quick on the fast searchers. Nothing popping. During the pre-market hours. Let's go back to this one. Come on, give it to me. CFFN. All right, so let's just for now refresh and go to the BIOC. Wait a second, BIOC wasn't there. All right, so we got BIOC here popping from 56 cents to $4.56. Okay, 760%. I'm not touching that one though. I'm not touching that one. I gotta tell you, straight up, not touching BIOC. BIOZ. I'm not touching that one. Okay. I don't know why it's moving higher. LUV. Did I post LUV? Yes, I did. if you look at how the price was when I posted LUB was 159. Okay, right now 180, getting a little bit of a round bottom formation of the 5, pushing a little higher here. I have to check out the news on this thing. Gotta know, but let's pop the daily. See the area of resistance here. We're gonna put a trend line on the high of 127 here. 127. Then we got another high here. Trying to put a key points 169. Key levels 169, and then we have another one here at 199. Okay, so 199 again, hovering on top of the view app. 169, next leg 199 if it keeps up pushing higher. Not touching BIOC, and I'm going to the losers. CRBP again from the 1075 on the pre-market hours. Let me see, something's popping up right here. EVFM on TD. Nothing. A PLM. Let me take a look. I use both scanners. For those of you that will stay over on the group, one of the things that I will be putting in will be the scan settings that I have for TD. Then I can actually share those links, and if you have Thinkorswim, you can add those to your platform, and you'll have those scanners and the setup in there, so you can use it as you want to. That's something that I'm adding for those of you, this scanning settings that I already worked on for God knows how long. Tesla dropping here today. Let's put Tesla. KCAC. I'm really not touching it today. And Tesla, I'm really not sure if I'm gonna play it. It's a little bit of a high price name. I don't want to touch it right now. Mara, MARA dropping, mRNA dropping. mRNA is dropping 8%, 5 points lower today. If it gets to 10% down, you're gonna be placed a short sell restrictions gonna be placed again every time some stock drop by 10% in the intraday basis, or even if in pre-market hours or after hours, whatever. It gets placed a short sale restriction for 2 days. That means that you cannot short on the bid, but you still can short. Sometimes it depends on if your broker has shares to short, but if you can, and if your broker have shares to short, you gotta short on the ask. So you gotta put your order on a uptick. Let's say it's $100, you gotta place your order, let's say at 101, or $100 plus 1 cent, or 2 cents or 3 cents or 5 cents, whatever. You gotta put that order on a higher number, higher tick, and then your order gotta be picked up. Open position will be sent. If you try to short the bid, you will get a rejection. When you put that order, your order will be placed and it will be open but not executed. And when it hits the price point, your order will be executed, and then you have to wait for a comeback, pretty much. So you gotta, it's kind of like looking at wrestling. When you see them running to the courts or the ropes, your price goes to the ropes and has to come back with the momentum coming right back down, right? So that's what you intend to do. Like wrestling, you run to the ropes, hoping you're gonna get momentum coming back. So that's pretty much a way. You put an order on a higher tick, and the price action has to go there, pick it up, and come right back down, and give you that entry for that rollover to the opposite side. Looking at the droppers here, Sorrento, I most of the time don't get any shares to short this thing, down by 54 cents, 8.37%. Not interested unless if it's probably a bounce play. Sorrento, I never get shares to short. It's kind of crazy on that one. Nvidia, gonna let Nvidia go, really. A little bit of a high price name. I'm not trading Tesla, and so Nvidia is a little bit over price over the Tesla price point as of right now. Again, looking at the droppers here in the pre-market hours, trying to see XPEP. What is this? XPEV. Auto manufacturers. Gonna check out. Probably not. Let me see. XPEV. Keeping an eye on that one dropping there. Doku sign. KCAC. It actually ramped up over the last couple of days though, but I'm really not interested in trading that one. OPK, Pinterest dropping today. You see this one is a little bit more interesting to me. Hitting that double top formation. Actually multiple tops with a hanging man on the daily here and pulling back. Pinterest is looking pretty interesting for me. So taking out the KCOC thing here. Oh God, that sounded so wrong what I just said. KCAC. I'm not gonna say the KCOC. That sounds really that sounds really awful. So I apologize for that mispronunciation of that stock name there. Let's see, Pinterest. I'm gonna keep an eye on these things for now. This is gonna be the watch list that I'm gonna be paying attention to stuff right now in the pre-market hours. VSLR, SPWR, JetBlue. Still gonna keep an eye on that one. I like to keep an eye on it because of the airliners. VXRT, CODX, Dropbox. Probably bounce play today. Probably not. Let's see if he holds the 1931. Pinterest, INO, XPV. And Moderna's dropping mRNA and stuff like that. I got a SPCE workhorse. You can see here that's popping up. SPCE, Virgin Galactic sets next test space flight for October 22nd. Nvidia coming out left, right. Great. So let's see. All right, so let me try to pop some news here real fast. All right, so Morgan Stanley just placed JetBlue to overweight at 16. This could be a actually pretty decent long trade today on JetBlue. Again, this happened a couple of days ago when there was another company that was actually upgraded with the price point to $29. Can't remember the name now, but it was actually trading at $19, and it went an intraday session all the way to actually that same price that it was placed by the company that the analyst that upgraded them. So JetBlue might be a pretty decent long trade with Morgan Stanley putting it overweight at 16 price target. Okay, so keep an eye on JetBlue for today. Probably a decent long trade here. Let's see which other one. Pinterest for a short. Anything? No news on Pinterest for today. I know. I'm gonna go real quick over this. All right, so Inovio rise 6% on vaccine manufacturing deal with Thermo Fisher. All right, so they have a manufacturing deal. CNF popping up right here. INO manufacturing deal for vaccines. All right, so INO long trade. Wait for the pullback. Again, don't rush it. If you see it moving higher, and then probably go for a bounce rate. LUV, I'm gonna add this one here. Where's the UB? I didn't have it here. LUB. I see news on this one. It's actually ramping up really nicely. Going back to it. What's going on here? Restaurants. LUB. Street seats mix open. Let's see. LUB. Any news? All right. So the news, it says that the board of directors adopts a plan of liquidation and distribution. Oh, dissolution. That sounds kind of wrong. Are they diluting the company or what? Announced that after considering a number of strategic alternatives, has approved and adopted a plan of liquidation, or the plan, quote unquote, that provides for the sale of the company's assets, after which the company will be dissolved. Oh, geez, they selling the assets of that company, and then the company is going to be dissolved. So I'm not going to be a Robinhood trader here, as many people actually sometimes talk about, even in Bloomberg and all the news, that Robinhood traders are actually the ones that are propping up this market. I'm not going to be a person that's actually going to rescue a company in bankruptcy like it happened on HTZ the other day. The company, what's the name of the company? They rent the car service, rental car services. And then people in Robinhood and other places were buying the stock when the company was actually going through the bankruptcy court and stuff. So this company LUV is going to be diluted. They selling the assets, and then this company going to go out of business. If you decide that you want to go into it, okay, decent. If it gets halted and it reopens at a price point that is much lower than when you bought, well, you had it coming. You know already what's happening here. So, not touching that one, though. Do we have time for more here? We don't really have a lot of time here, but INO deal with vaccinations up in the pre-market hour. CODX here. We're gonna check the CODX. Okay. Has a deal, CODX, with Polarity TE unit for COVID-19 test kits. Said Tuesday, they said Tuesday, it has entered into an agreement with ARX Research, a CLIA laboratory, and whatever, to expand iKeys, the COVID-19 testing services using for the Co-Diagnostics Logic Smart COVID-19 Test Kit. Again, CODX and INO. Also, JetBlue on decent news for today. This is all we have time for now. Hoping you guys enjoy the live stream. I'm gonna cut it for now here, and I will keep the conversation rolling on Discord. Hoping you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and happy trading to you. I will see you guys around. Take care, guys. I'm gonna keep I'm gonna be in the Discord